No, I think it's a legal thing, actually.
There you go. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Jabbering with Julie and from NordoniaHills.news. And today I'm sitting with Veronica and Nick from Premier Martial Arts.
Hi.
Welcome to Macedonia.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I've personally lived here for about 9-10 years. So
Nice.
I'm not an out of towner, but it's first time owning a business here.
Yeah. And tell everybody where you are, where your location is.
So our first of 3 locations will be opening up in Macedonia Commons, right in between Five Below and Claire's.
That is a really hot spot, you know. That is a very good location.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We kind of live there ourselves. I'm a big Hobby Lobby fan. So,
yes.
Everything down that strip, I'm like, that's a favorite. So it's a great location.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Well, everybody knows that I'm always at Walmart and, I love Five Below too. It's great for candy and phone accessories and, I know you can buy stuff online, but I try to buy local when I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
And obviously, plazas nowadays are moving more into the service business because of the retail, obviously more people buying online. So it's nice to see a new service coming to town that families can use. I mean, who's going to complain about, a mixed martial arts place, right?
That's right.
So this is your first location then? You don't have any other locations currently?
Well, Premier Martial Arts as a national franchise has hundreds of locations across the country, but it is for me as the local owner, the first location of 3 that I did agree to open. So the future locations will be going into Westlake and Bravio Heights. So, but we definitely wanted to start first in our hometown, so that we can, capitalize on, all the great connections and people that we've met, living here for several years.
Well, we're so glad you did. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a franchise. I've seen some videos out on Facebook and they look very professional. And so that, that does help.
Well, it does absolutely help because it's what drew me to opening this business. Between the 2 of us, we have five kids, and that can certainly be a lot sometimes. And character development and just really like building those things and instilling those things in our kids is very important to both of us. And while after being laid off during COVID last year, I started exploring different business franchises, more in kind of the strategic coaching, which is my world. And I landed somehow on a call with Premier Martial Arts, and a number of those videos that you see that they've put together, I mean, they're real people. They're not actors. You start watching the videos about how martial arts has changed the lives of so many kids and parents, and just, seeing the behavior changes and the benefits of the discipline and all of that. It really drew me in because I'm actually not a martial artist. So it really spoke to me and kind of what I wanted to do as far as being in business, which is to really contribute to the community. I told Veronica, I said, you got to jump on one of these calls and tell me that I'm insane.
He comes home and he says, what do you think about a martial arts business? And I said, wait a minute. And if you know him, he's 6'8". And I said, you're going to be a sensei? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you've lost your mind. And he said, no, really, join this call with me. And this company, practices what they preach, and it's everything we're trying to instill in our kids. And my background's in K through 12, educational programming. I'm not an educator, but I've worked in professional development. So I'm constantly hearing, how the home life and school life need to partner together. So I joined this call. We head to Knoxville, Tennessee to meet the other owners, and we were both just hooked. And we said, we got to bring this to our community for our kids. And we've been very welcomed. For the past couple months, our team has been working with us to bring families in our what's called a pre-sale process. Basically, they say, hey, I want to do this. I want to start getting to know one another. I want to get to know the head instructor. So we already have over 120 families that have said that they want to be part of the
Wow.
school. So it's already kind of that sense of community that we want the kids to have on and off of the mat. So,
Yeah. So when did you first start promoting it that you're coming to town?
Back in February.
mhm.
So we went through some training and things like that with our new staff members, and as soon as we got back, we hit the ground promoting. And so we normally studios like this should only take 8 to 12 weeks to open, but just through a number of different things, finding the right location, we really wanted to be in the Macedonia Commons because that's just kind of the lifeblood of the community where everybody is always going, at least sometimes. So it took a little longer than usual to get everything in line to open up, but we've just been overwhelmed and appreciative of all the people that have seen our offer and seen the grand opening special and are taking advantage of it.
That's great.
We also wanted to make sure we had the right people. Our head instructor, Bobby, he goes by instructor Mr. Bobby, has over 30 years of experience in martial arts and a black belt, and has studied multiple different disciplines. And, basically he's met with every single kid that comes in, gets to know them. He's been offering different classes, kind of complimentary, helping the kids to understand the foundation every Monday night. So, we're having fun, but we can't wait for the doors to open in a couple weeks. Like, we can't wait.
Speaking of the doors, that location, for those of us who can't quite place it, was formerly a Hallmark store. So,
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
um,
Yeah, and I've
might
lived here
remember
long
that.
enough to remember when it was a Hallmark, and so that's immediately what I tell people that I know in the community.
Right.
It's where Hallmark used to be.
And it's funny too, because that Hallmark really wasn't there that long. I mean, it's like within 20 years, because I remember when it went in there,
Mm.
and taking pictures, and I don't know. But anyways, we're glad you're there, that's for sure. And we should tell everybody your grand opening is July 29th, and you're going to have a soft opening on the 19th. So those dates are coming up very fast now that we flipped the calendar to July.
That's right. They are definitely coming up fast, and we're hoping anyone and everyone that, even if you're not interested in martial arts, will just come out and join us for the grand opening. We're going to have face painting and balloons and all kinds of activities and things for everyone, just as a kind of thank you and welcome to the community event. So we're hoping to see a lot of new faces out there.
So tell me about the different types of classes that you offer.
Well, there's basically we teach a mixed curriculum. So it's a mixed martial arts or MMA curriculum that combines a lot of the different disciplines like Taekwondo, kickboxing, Krav Maga, which is Israeli self-defense. But we certainly incorporate a number of different styles. There's also Kali or weapons defense. So we do teach, how to use things like nunchucks and bow staffs and things like that. But obviously it goes without saying, all of these techniques that we're teaching people comes along with a very, kind of strict curriculum of self-defense before offense. And, really making smart decisions and building character and basically learning the techniques that you need to protect yourself or your family.
And they learn other things as well. From one of the videos, which I really liked, there was a young girl who was, in a martial arts class, and learning confidence and everything, and then it translated over into her school where she had to
Mhm.
present, and she felt confident because she's, if you're used to sparring with people, presenting your project to a class is a piece of cake.
Well, and that's actually probably the big reason that we chose Premier Martial Arts is we love the MMA, we love the company, we love the marketing. But if you really dig into our site about what we're all about, the character development is huge. And as parents, we don't always know how to teach perseverance, self-worth, confidence, humbleness, all these different things, these character traits. And absolutely, that's what we're doing. So, on top of the MMA, mixed martial arts, we actually will have classes 4 nights a week. and kids are put into their different grade bands. So we have tiny champs, little champs, PMA kids, and they will actually have goals where they go up to, different belt testing. But if you're going to go into the black belt program, we call it a black belt excellence program, you actually have some homework on the mat and outside. So for example, if you're learning that week or that month about hard work or respect, you actually have to have your parents or guardians and your teachers sign off that you're showing the same respect as a black belt at home, at school, and to your instructor, because it's not something that just resonates just when you're in the studio. And so we're really excited. The kids are already showing some of that confidence, and
it's not just for kids either. I think it's
good
worth
point.
mentioning that we will have adult classes 4 nights a week as well. And I know I plan on being there. Veronica plans on being there. We want to learn everything we can from Mr. Bobby, and just it's yet another opportunity to build confidence even as an adult in making sure you can take care of you or your family should a problem arise.
And it's great exercise.
And it's good exercise.
Oh, yeah, I was going to mention that
We
too.
all
I mean,
use
people
little
of all
more.
ages,
Yeah.
people of all ages, need to get up and move around and away from their, devices just for a little while, and, get the body moving. I think
Right.
that's definitely very important. And it seems like sometimes we slip away from that. But I also wanted to make a comment that, we talk about how horrible 2020 was, but look how it's helped you.
Absolutely.
So there's some good things that have come out of 2020.
I think there are a number of good things, and I think I applaud the community of Macedonia. Just being willing and ready to get back out there, make physical fitness a part of their lives again, and let their kids get out and get away from the Zoom calls and everything else. So I'm really happy to be living here and now own a business here where we can really make all those things work together.
That's definitely a business like yours can actually help the community be better, be stronger,
that's
physically and mentally.
That is the goal.
And we've had a lot of already so many great businesses locally that have reached out and already supported or partnered, whether it be the schools district, the YMCA has been wonderful, the rec center, some of the other businesses on the strip. I don't have their permission to throw their name out there, but everybody's just been so welcoming and said, hey, how can we work together? And when it comes to either physical health, mental health, community time, creating that sense of community, everybody has the same mission. So it's just which element do you bring to the table? So
that's awesome. I love to hear that. That's for sure. So when you're fully open, what will be the days and times that you'll be open?
So we will be open every day, at least Monday through Friday to begin with. So we'll fill up every student that enrolls gets to pick 2 nights a week, either Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday. And then once all of those classes, typically they start around 3:30 in the afternoon, and then they'll go until about 9 o'clock at night, with the adult classes being the last ones of the evening. But they'll either be able to pick one of those 2 slots. And then once those classes start to fill up, we actually will open a Wednesday, Saturday group and eventually be open 6 days a week. But our technically, I guess our hours are going to be from noon to 9 each day, Monday through Friday, with appointments that we'll take on Saturday for introductory lessons.
Yeah, and we're hoping after we get going, when we open those Saturdays, to do things like birthday parties for kids. A lot of the other owners have had a lot of fun doing parents' night out for their members and their members' friends. So, imagine during October, kids come in, have a themed night where they get to wear their costumes, and there's all kinds of Halloween activities. And then mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or whoever has a break from 5 to 10 at night on a Friday or Saturday.
Well, you're actually across the street from a movie theater.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. We're in a great date night area. And then, your kids are safe, they're playing, and they're with people that they already trust. So things like that will change some of those hours, but to Nick's point, mostly 12 to 9.
Well, that's great. Was there anything that you wanted to say that I didn't ask?
No, I think we're just really excited to get open and to start meeting more people in the community, and bringing martial arts and spreading that to as many homes as possible. I think, the important differentiator that I saw with Premier was, they weren't trying to keep this martial arts thing sort of a mystical, art form, right? Their goal was, let's create a model where we can get this into as many homes as possible throughout the country, and let's build a business model so that even people that are not martial artists but just have a good passion for bringing these things to communities, can get involved. And then people like Mr. Bobby, our head instructor, who's been doing martial arts since he was 4 years old, but never really had the opportunity to do it as a career. Right. And so we're hoping to just create all of those elements is just for people to start and stay in martial arts.
Well, it's definitely a win-win.
Yeah.
I would just add one thing. I mentioned how many people have reached out to us already. Nick and I, both of us in our professional careers, before starting this business, have worked in partnerships. And, we want to be able to reciprocate that. So if there are other folks that either have advice, right, or say, hey, we could use a space for team building, or, hey, we have an idea for you, or would you like to partner together? Give us a call. We'd love to have coffee, right? Love to have a drink and just brainstorm together, because we're here to stay. So let's figure out how we can give back too.
Yeah, I can see, offices may be able to have, like little excursions there. You can have trust building exercises.
Mm-hmm. So
that would be great. Yes, well, stay in contact with us and keep us apprised of your progress. And I've seen a lot of your construction pictures on Facebook and everything. So
we're
good luck
having
with
fun.
good luck with the finishing touches.
Yes, definitely.
And thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was going to say that to you. Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you. I look forward to meeting you in person.
All right.
Likewise. Take care, Julie.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.